Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Sister Farina, and I'm using Islam Talk to connect with all of you. This is a live. I will record it and I will also post it here. So when you hear about Gaza, consistently people crying, being slaughtered, being butchered, and then nobody is actually paying attention to them, you should also think about yourself. What am I doing to actually help protect the lives of people in Gaza? Everybody else is actually ignoring. Everybody else is actually, thinking Israel is actually dealing with a war that is against them and all that. This is so bizarre of an understanding and concept. So understand and learn about Gaza. Understand and learn about the plight of people of Palestine. Understand and learn about Israel's crime and their criminal history of crimes against humanity. Understand that Israel is an apartheid occupied territory, the state, and understand how and why they occupied that place. The Muslim countries around the world are 52 countries that are Muslim majority countries, while out of those 52 countries, 22 are the countries who are ruled by the Muslim rulers, the so-called Muslim rulers. But those Muslim rulers are the puppets of the puppeteers of the Western countries. And also, actually we should not even blame the West. We have lost our dignity, we have lost our pride. So those puppeteers are moving and shaking and making actually ruling the countries. And this is exactly why the Muslims are in this state they are in right now. So now is the time for Muslims to think about their dignity, to actually talk about the establishment of actual deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Muslims are in this state because we are in a deep sleep. And until or unless we wake up and understand the realities and the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will keep suffering like that. People of Gaza are the only ones who are free in this entire world. Out of those 52 countries, Muslims of Gaza are the only residents of this free country that is actually occupied by somebody like Israel, but they are the free people. They only are submitting to the will of Allah. They're only living and dying for the sake of Allah. They're only living and dying for the truth. They're only living and dying for the haqq. And the rest of us are chained. The rest of us are in prison. They are in prison of their self, their masters, their puppeteers, and other people. We want to be more politically correct than Islamically correct. Muslim rulers, Muslim akabirin, Muslim mashayikh, Muslim shayukh, Muslim speakers, everybody else, who is not speaking about Palestine is actually submitting to their worldly gods. The small tiny gods, the small tiny people, the small tiny puppeteers, they actually submit. They're submitting to them because they are too afraid to the people, the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, than being afraid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So understand the realities of this world, because there will be a time where this world will end one day. And those people who are suffering, those people who are actually dying, getting killed, butchered, and their families, their generations are being wiped off, will see you eye to eye on Judgment Day. There is a promised day that is called Judgment Day. And they will see eye to eye to you, and you will be so embarrassed. You will be so ashamed for not speaking up for them. So speaking up is the tiniest part you can do. Speaking up is tiniest of your intention that will be recorded for the Lord of this world, right? So speak up for Palestine. Speak up for the people of Gaza. Speak up against the Israeli crimes. Speak up against the Israeli crimes against humanity. Speak up against Israel's apartheid state, and let people know that Israel is causing so much terrorism. It's terrorizing people, terrorizing children, butchering them, beheading them, killing them, bombarding them. Even the refugee camps of people of Palestine are being burned. When would it end? Think about yourself. Think about your families. Think, if it was me or my family, what would I have done? Stayed quiet, or stayed in peace? Stayed in in a state of ignorance? No, you would have fought back. And this is what they're doing. So they're not the terrorists. Israel is the terrorist. Think about it. Spread the word about it. And speak to your MP. Speak to your local governments, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining live here. Wherever you live, wherever you are, speak to your government to speak up against Israel's crime against humanity. Speak up for the people of Palestine. Wherever you reside, speak up to your family and friends. Tell them, make them aware, raise awareness about Palestine and the plight of people. The children, for God's sakes, children are getting, almost 55,000 children are being killed so far. Imagine this entire year of this agony, and they have been suffering with all this for the past 75 years, and the world has been quiet. Think about it, because on Judgment Day, when you see people of Gaza, you will be able to see them eye to eye, saying, yes, I did my part. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.